Alright, Knights of Jagaria, welcome back to Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia. We're going to cover Rose today. We're going to talk about her a little bit. So before we do that, let's hit the intro.
And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew, pew.
Okay, thanks for coming by. I hope you're enjoying this kind of content. I'm going to keep bringing this out to you till we are pretty close to complete, and then we'll try some other stuff too. But what we got today is Rose. She is a Knight of the Republic of Guimol. I believe I'm saying that right. At least I hope I am. She is a Royal Guard. I got her up to a Royal Guard, which is the 3rd tier as far as the Lancer class is concerned. So what do you get with her? You get a spear, you get heavy armor, you get a heavy helmet, and a ring. You can use all these to your advantage to make yourself a little more defensible and more offense as well. You get parry of A, which is very good. Has 20% chance of parrying a normal attack, pretty much like Dinadan had in the past game of Grand Edition, where you could parry an attack and it just lowers the damage, cuts it in half, which is really, really nice. Silence immunity, really cool. This is a class. This is one of those things that you can do. I believe you can do this to kind of get away with doing certain magic spells. So if you're going to cross-class between another mage user and this, and then you wanted to go back to the mage user and then have silence immunity, that's an option too, although I wouldn't worry about that too much. It doesn't happen too often in the game. But that is an option there to have. Counter damage up to S, increase damage done by counterattacks by 20%. Really, really nice. Let's go to her profile. Let's talk about Rose for a second here. So she's gender female, age 24, class Royal Guard. Although young, Rose commands a security unit that patrols the central square of Gahar, capital of Guimol. She is also a pious devotee of the Rune Faith's Mona sect and deeply respects Eliza for her determination to shoulder the glory of Guimol, viewing her strong sense of responsibility as a model to follow. As far as personality goes, she's as straight-laced as they come, which gives her a commanding presence on the battlefield, even more impressive than most men in the same position. This could also be the reason she has a battalion of female fans. So yeah, she's got a lot of female fans follow her around. She's pretty good. I like using Rose. Now, if we just look at the stats here, we're just going to look at some of these stats here. You know, I got up to 772 HP. You know, that's pretty good right there. I like that. 82 agility. That's also pretty good. There have been some higher standards than that I've seen before. Now, this is nice here. This 4 right there. Pretty good. Rune growth of E, that's only because I'm in the 3rd tier class, 20 and above, but also a C stat. So she just kind of average in some of these aspects here. Wouldn't say she's one of the highest grades, one of the best tier knights, but as far as project knights are concerned, I really love using her. She has an intelligence of 75, which for a not mage class is still pretty good, and I do like that. I do enjoy that. But yeah, this is pretty much Rose in a nutshell here. If you want to see some of the other stuff, let's go into the next page and we'll check out some of the other things here. Now, Cold Thrust, basic attack, accuracy of 11. It's anybody around her. You know, power of 120, pretty good. Deadly Rush, this is a pre-move. So you have to stand there for a turn to be able to do this. It does cost you 50 MP on the back end. It will gain you 10 more points of accuracy, and it does boost you up to 50 more power from the normal average attack, with 2 extra blue dots, which is nice. Now, the other strat you can use is Killing Slice, where you basically stand in one position, swirl around in a circle, spinning your weapon around frantically, and you hit everything around you, including your own allies, so be careful of that. Don't put your allies next to you if you're going to do this move. This is a great move to put her in the water, have the enemies surround her by 1 space, and then have your own allies 1 space adjacent to that. So the enemy can try to fill around her. You can keep doing this over and over again. Never cost you a dime. I know it's not as powerful as Cold Thrust because it's 20 points less, but it's free and it doesn't encounter any counter moves. Or I should say this differently. It doesn't grant the enemy the ability to counter you at all, which is really nice. So you can hit ground and sky with this perfectly, and you will always hit. It's a really, really good move to try out. Now, Grand Wave is one of those things, so typically what I do when I play the game, I'll run up, do Grand Wave, hits two things in a line, basically like a little dragon attack. It's a small, tiny little dragon attack you see, with the line attack there. It'll hit, does a ground attack, deals moderate damage to units in a 2x straight line, never misses, has 20% chance of inflicting paralyze. Really, really cool. Run up to the enemy, do this, sit there for a spell, and then keep doing Killing Slice. It's a really, really cool way to play the game. You have other options too. You also have the magic spells down below that you can use if you want to use that. You can obviously do that. You have Fallberg, which is another opportunity to use. Most powerful blue magic spell in the game to use. Its MP is 135. It is a 2-range radius to drop it. It's nostalgic from the previous game, if you already remember that. There is a resist spell, which you can resist magic if you need to do that. If you're up against a lot of heavy mages, wouldn't be a bad idea to put that on you. These are all spells, so these are pre-moves as well. There is Spell Break. This basically stops weakness. So if somebody has weakness on me, you can do Spell Break. It's perfect for that. It's very cheap. But if you're going to look at spells here and look at a couple different things, let's see, what do you got? 185. You come in here, you do 1 Grand Wave, you're down to 100. You really can't do another... You can't do a Fallberg at that point. You could do another Grand Wave, maybe Deadly Rush, maybe some of these spells. But her MP pool is a little bit limiting. You have to put on some gear, and even with some gear, you might get up to 200. So maybe you can pull a Fallberg out, depending upon the kind of gear. So yeah, she is pretty much just kind of a middle-of-the-road knight. I love using her as a project. She's one of my favorite project knights to use. I do recommend trying her out and using her because of the simple fact the command range is 4. She's got HP of 772 right here. Agility is pretty high. Intelligence is pretty nice too. I'd have to say Rose is definitely one of my favorite knights to use. So try her out, try cross-classing her, see what you get, and see if there's anything else that you know about her that maybe I don't. But if you enjoyed this, definitely drop a like, and leave me a comment or something. That'd be awesome. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next Brigandine episode.